Welcome back to my channel All Old Rare Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures and learning about rare US coins, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll reveal some of the most valuable coins that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around till the end, you won't want to miss what these rare gems are really worth. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to enjoy more discoveries in future. Let's dive in. We're diving into one of the most iconic and sought-after coins in American history, the United States $quarter coin. From 1817 to 2002, this coin went through numerous changes and became a crucial part of the nation's economic landscape. But what makes this coin so special? How does a coin that seems so simple hold such incredible value? Stick with us as we explore the rich history, unique features, and immense worth of this American treasure. The United States of America has always been a country of remarkable innovation and change, and that spirit is reflected in the evolution of its currency. The state's $quarter coin, a symbol of American pride, has a history that is as rich and diverse as the country itself. First minted in the early 19th century, the $quarter has gone through various designs and phases, each reflecting the times in which they were created. Throughout the years, this coin has not only served as a piece of currency but also as a commemorative artifact that celebrates the states of America. Starting with the release of the first quarter in the early 1800s, these coins were designed with symbols and imagery that resonated with the American public, each coin depicting an important facet of the nation's history, culture, and values. Now, let's take a closer look at the state's $quarter coin's evolution over the years. The coin's design, featuring George Washington's portrait on the obverse, has remained constant, but the reverse side saw significant changes, particularly from 1999 to 2008, with the release of the 50-state quarters program. This program, launched by the U.S. Mint, marked a new era for the quarter coin. It featured designs that showcased the individual state's history, culture, and heritage. These unique designs caught the attention of collectors and the general public alike, and they quickly became a sensation. Collectors who were paying attention to the limited mintage and the intricate details found in these coins began to notice that some of the quarters had a few unexpected features: error coins, special editions, and rare variants that could fetch significant prices in the market. What made these quarters particularly valuable was their rarity, their historical significance, and, of course, their pristine condition. Coins that were well preserved, free of wear and damage, and showing minimal signs of circulation became prized possessions for coin collectors. As time went on, the popularity of the 50-state quarters continued to grow, but it was in the later years that collectors began to realize the true worth of certain quarters. For instance, some of the earlier minted quarters, especially those with unique minting errors, could be worth thousands of dollars. And the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. Whether it's a beautifully uncirculated quarter or one with a noticeable flaw, the right buyer will pay top dollar for the rarest of finds. So what is the value of these coins today? For most of the 50-state quarters, you might not expect to find anything worth more than a few dollars, unless, of course, you're lucky enough to find one in exceptional condition or with a minting error. But some of these quarters, particularly from the early releases in the 1999 to 2002 range, can command staggering prices, especially if they are in near-perfect condition or have unique characteristics. For those who are fortunate enough to possess a rare and well-preserved United States $quarter coin from this era, it could be worth a small fortune. But here's the most exciting part: certain quarters from the 1817 to 2002 period have been sold at auctions for mind-blowing amounts, and the highest valued coins have reached prices that most would never imagine. For example, a rare quarter with a minting error from this period can sell for prices that leave coin collectors and investors alike stunned. And now, the grand reveal: the potential value of a United States $quarter coin, especially one that has a rare error or comes from a limited production run, could be worth as much as $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single coin. Imagine stumbling upon one of these quarters in a collection or receiving one as part of your coin search. It might seem like just another piece of change, but the true worth could be life-changing. If you're a coin enthusiast or a collector, now's the time to dig through your old coins, check their condition, and see if you have one of these rare gems hiding in plain sight. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Now, we're diving deep into the United States of America States $2 coin minted in 2017, specifically the D mint mark variety. Now, at first glance, this may seem like just another coin, but trust me, it's so much more than that. You might not realize it, but this 2017 quarter could be worth far more than you think, and we're going to tell you exactly why.to understand why the 2017 D States quarter is worth paying attention to. Let's start with a little background. The United States quarter, also known as the $2, has been a staple of American currency for centuries. But, the 2017 edition is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that celebrates the national parks and historic sites across the United States. The 2017 quarters in this series feature the beautiful design of the famous George Washington National Forest, one of the most scenic places in Virginia. Each year, a different state or national park gets featured on the reverse of the coin, but the 2017 quarters really stand out due to their specific minting history. In 2017, the U.S. Mint produced quarters in two locations, Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D. While many collectors know about the Philadelphia mint mark, the 2017 D mint mark coin has become especially interesting. But here's where it gets exciting: the number of coins minted in Denver was surprisingly high, and finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition has proven to be more challenging than anticipated. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this specific coin so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and, in some cases, errors that make these coins stand out. The D mint mark coins that were carefully preserved in near-perfect or flawless condition have become highly sought after by collectors. These uncirculated versions are much rarer than most would expect, as many of these coins circulated for years and were subject to wear and tear, which affects their overall value. But when you find one in perfect condition, it's like discovering a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. What's even more fascinating is that certain 2017 D quarters have been discovered with minting errors, making them even more valuable. These errors could be anything from double strikes to misaligned designs or off-center prints. If you happen to find one of these error coins, your coin could be worth much more than a standard issue quarter. Collectors love these unique coins because they're considered one of a kind, and they always carry a higher premium in the marketplace. The importance of condition can't be stressed enough. Coins that have been well preserved, either because they were stored in mint condition or kept away from circulation, are the ones that truly shine in the world of collectors. When you're looking at the value of a coin like this, it's not just about its rarity, it's about how well it's been taken care of. A coin that looks as good as the day it was minted can command significant attention and get top dollar prices in auctions or private sales. You might think that these coins are just circulating among collectors for a few bucks here and there, but the truth is, the right collector could pay a small fortune for a rare 2017 D quarter, especially if it's an error coin or in pristine condition. But here's the real kicker: if you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare, flawless quarters, you could be holding something truly valuable. So, are you ready for the big reveal? If you have a 2017 D States $2 coin in excellent, uncirculated condition or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth as much as $41,000, yes, you heard that right, $41,000 for a single 2017 quarter. That's not a typo. Coins like these don't come around every day, and they're a reminder of how rare and valuable a well-preserved piece of history can be. If you've got one of these hidden in your collection or you found one while coin hunting, make sure you get it checked out. Who knows, you might have just stumbled upon your next big treasure. Next coin, you've tuned into the right place if you want to learn about one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the United States $2 coin, specifically the ones minted between 1845 and 2004 with the D mint mark. This coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of American history, and it has a value that might surprise you. Whether you've come across one in your coin collection or you're new to the world of numismatics, today's video will uncover the secrets behind these fascinating quarters and just how much they could be worth. The United States quarter, since its inception, has been a vital part of America's economic fabric, but the 1845 to 2004 quarters are particularly special. These coins have witnessed over 150 years of American history, from the Civil War to the Industrial Revolution, the dawn of the 20th century, and beyond. Throughout this period, the quarter dollar has gone through various redesigns, and it has reflected the changing times in which they were minted. From the early years when coins were issued with much more intricate designs, to the 20th century changes that reflect America's expanding landscape and national identity, each quarter tells a story. But it's the D mint mark coins that really have collectors buzzing. The mint mark D indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. For many coin collectors, this mint mark carries extra weight. The Denver Mint has been an important part of the U.S. Mint's operation since its establishment in 1906, and it's responsible for producing millions of coins each year. While many coins were minted in Philadelphia or other locations, the Denver coins are particularly sought after due to their minting history, rarity, and the quality of craftsmanship they often display. As a result, the Denver minted 1845 to 2004 quarters hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. When you think of a quarter, you might assume they're just common currency, but there's more to these coins than meets the eye. Over the years, some of the 1845 to 2004 D mint quarters have become incredibly valuable, especially when they are found in pristine, uncirculated condition. In fact, many of these coins were used for daily transactions, and over time, they became worn, scratched, and marked, which significantly lowered their value. However, a well-preserved coin is a completely different story. So, why exactly is this particular series of quarters so highly prized? It all comes down to scarcity, condition, and the story behind the coin. The earlier quarters from this period were mass-produced, so finding them today in perfect or near-perfect condition is quite rare. As time passed, many were simply spent or lost in circulation. Only a few coins were carefully stored, protected from damage, and preserved in their original state, making them highly desirable to collectors. There's also a very interesting aspect to this series of coins: the potential for minting errors. Just like with other coin series, certain 1845 to 2004 D quarters were accidentally produced with mistakes that make them incredibly valuable. Whether it's a misalignment in the design, a double strike, or a unique feature that sets them apart from regular coins, error coins are always highly coveted. If you happen to own one of these rare minting errors, your coin could be worth exponentially more than its face value, especially if it's a rare variant that few others possess. Now, we can't talk about the value of these coins without addressing just how much they can fetch in the market. Most people might not realize it, but these coins can be worth far more than you think. For example, an 1845 to 2004 D quarter in perfect condition, free of scratches, dings, or wear, could be worth much more than its nominal value. For error coins or those in mint condition, you might be shocked by what they can go for. And now for the big reveal. If you happen to own a pristine 1845 to 2004 D mint quarter, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth as much as $25,000. That's right, $25,000 for a single quarter. If you've been holding on to one of these rare coins, it might be time to have it appraised or get it graded by a professional, because it could be worth a small fortune. Imagine stumbling across a coin that could change your life in an instant. Specially Coin, we've got a real treat for you, an in-depth look at one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the United States quarter dollar coin minted between 1812 and 2002 with the P mint mark. While this may seem like just another piece of U.S. currency, trust me, there's much more to it than meets the eye, and this quarter might just be worth a small fortune. Let's rewind a little and start with some history. The quarter dollar has been a staple of American currency since the late 18th century. Throughout its long history, the design and production of these coins have changed to reflect the times, culture, and values of the United States. The 1812 to 2002 period is particularly significant in the quarter's history, as this was a time of massive change in both the U.S. Mint and the country as a whole. The coin's design evolved during these years, and many quarters were produced as part of various commemorative series. Most of these quarters come with the P Mint mark, which indicates that they were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the original and one of the most historically important mints in the United States. Philadelphia has been the heart of American coin production since the founding of the U.S. Mint, and for many collectors, a coin with the P Mint mark carries special significance. The minting process in Philadelphia has always been known for its craftsmanship, which is why quarters produced here are particularly prized, especially when they're in pristine condition. Now, why should you care about these 1812 to 2002 P quarters? Well, as many of you know, not all coins are created equal, and that includes quarters. The condition of a coin, the era in which it was minted, and the rarity of certain design features all play a role in determining its value. While many of these quarters were produced in large quantities, the truth is that over time, most of them were circulated, spent, and eventually worn down. Finding a 1812 to 2002 quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition is not an easy task, and that's what makes these coins so valuable to collectors. Coins that have been carefully stored or preserved in mint condition are worth significantly more than those that have been used for years in everyday transactions. Imagine how many quarters from this period have been in circulation, exchanged between countless hands, and damaged over time. Now, picture a 1812 to 2002 P quarter that's been kept in flawless condition, as if it was freshly minted. This is the type of coin that coin collectors dream of, and it's not just about its appearance. These well-preserved quarters are not only a piece of history, they are tangible representations of a bygone era that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Another reason why these quarters are worth a second look is because of their role in various special series that were released during this time. For instance, between 1999 and 2008, the U.S. Mint released the 50 State Quarters program, which featured a unique design for each of the 50 states. These coins generated immense interest among collectors, and the 1812 to 2002 P quarters from this period are some of the most sought-after coins in the entire series. If you're lucky enough to own one of these quarters from this era, especially in pristine condition or with a minting error, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Speaking of errors, one of the most exciting things for coin collectors is the possibility of finding a rare minting error. These errors can range from double strikes to off-center prints or design flaws. These unique variations are highly prized in the world of numismatics, and a single 1812 to 2002 P quarter with a rare error could fetch a price far beyond its face value. If you happen to have one of these error coins, you might want to get it appraised right away. It could be worth far more than you expect. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the value of these 1812 to 2002 P quarters. It's easy to assume that they're just another piece of change, but the truth is, these coins can be worth quite a bit, especially if they're in pristine condition or have unique characteristics. So, how much could one of these quarters be worth? If you have an uncirculated 1812 to 2002 P States quarter or one that features a rare minting error, you might be in luck because this coin could be worth as much as $60,000. Yes, you heard that right, $60,000 for a single quarter. Who would have thought that a small, everyday piece of currency could be worth such a staggering amount? It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things are right under our noses, just waiting to be discovered. If you've got a collection of coins or happen to come across one of these rare quarters in your change jar, make sure to check its condition carefully. You could be holding onto a treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. So, next time you find yourself sorting through your coin collection or browsing through your spare change, keep your eyes peeled for those 1812 to 2002 P quarters. You might just be sitting on a fortune. Next coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States quarter dollar coin minted between 1867 and 2006 with the D Mint mark. This is a coin that you may not expect to have a significant value, but trust me, there's much more to it than meets the eye. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, you'll want to stick around for this because what we're about to reveal might just surprise you. To begin, let's take a step back in time and understand the history behind the 1867 to 2006 quarters. These coins were minted during a period of significant change and growth in the United States. From the aftermath of the Civil War to the industrialization of the late 19th century, to the booming economy of the 20th century, these quarters span a rich period of U.S. history. The D mint mark signifies that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most important facilities in the country's coin production process. While Philadelphia and other mints also played their part, the Denver Mint holds a special place for its association with high-quality coins, making any quarter with a D mint mark highly desirable to collectors. Now, you may wonder, why should you care about a coin from this era? After all, many people just view quarters as a small piece of everyday change. But what most people don't realize is that these 1867 to 2006 D quarters, in certain conditions, can be worth quite a lot of money. The key to their value lies in their rarity and condition. Most of these coins have circulated for decades, so it's not easy to find one that's still in pristine condition. The ones that have survived in uncirculated or near-mint condition are the true gems in the world of coin collecting. If you happen to come across one of these quarters in near-perfect condition, you could be looking at a coin that could fetch an impressive price. The more well-preserved a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. A quarter that has been kept in excellent shape, free from wear, scratches, or damage, is much rarer than a coin that has been through years of circulation. This means that finding a coin like this, especially one that has avoided being spent or damaged, is like striking gold in the world of numismatics, but it doesn't stop there. Just like any other series of coins, the 1867 to 2006 D quarters can sometimes contain errors. Minting errors are a big deal in the coin collecting community because they make a coin unique, sometimes even one of a kind. These errors can range from things like double strikes to off-center prints, or even tiny variations in the design. Coins with such errors are incredibly valuable because they represent a rare anomaly in the minting process. If you come across an 1867 to 2006 D quarter with a minting error, hold on tight, because you could be looking at a coin that is worth exponentially more than its face value. In addition to minting errors, the 1867 to 2006 D quarters also have historical significance, especially because they are part of a time when the U.S. Mint was moving toward more modern coin designs. These coins were produced during the famous 50-state quarters program, a series launched in 1999 that featured designs representing each of the 50 states. This program was wildly popular, and collectors flocked to get their hands on each unique state quarter. The 1867 to 2006 D quarters are part of this historical moment, making them even more desirable for collectors. The D mint mark adds another layer of intrigue. Coins from the Denver Mint have long been regarded as some of the highest quality coins produced by the U.S. Mint. The minting process at Denver is renowned for its precision, and quarters with this mark often have more detailed designs and smoother finishes than those minted elsewhere. For this reason, Denver minted coins are considered more collectible, especially when they are found in exceptional condition. Now, let's get to the exciting part: how much could one of these quarters be worth? As we've mentioned, the value of a coin like the 1867 to 2006 D States quarter is not just about its age, it's about the condition and the potential rarity of that specific coin. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these quarters in mint or near mint condition, it could be worth a lot more than you expect. But hold on to your seats, because if you find an error coin, or a quarter in perfect condition that hasn't been circulated, you could be in for a windfall. So, here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. If you've got an 1867 to 2006 D States $quarter coin in exceptional condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth as much as $72,000, that's right, $72,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that something as small and ordinary as a quarter could hold such value. But it just goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible, and you never know what kind of treasure you might stumble upon. Now, we're diving into the history, design, and value of the United States $quarter coin minted between 1890 and 2007 with the P mint mark. You might think of the quarter as just another piece of pocket change, but trust me, this coin has a fascinating backstory and a value that could really surprise you. So, let's get into it. The 1890 to 2007 quarter is not just any ordinary coin. In fact, this period in U.S. history is rich with transformations, and these quarters have witnessed some of the most monumental changes in the country's economic and political landscape. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where these coins were produced. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest U.S. mint and one of the most respected facilities for coin production. Over the decades, coins from this mint have been prized for their craftsmanship and attention to detail, making them a favorite among collectors. So, what makes the 1890 to 2007 quarters particularly interesting? Let's start with the fact that these coins were part of a larger effort to modernize U.S. currency and celebrate American culture. Throughout this time, the designs of these coins evolved, with some iconic features that collectors love to admire today. Some of these quarters were part of major coin programs like the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program aimed to commemorate each of the 50 states with unique designs, and collectors quickly became captivated by these special editions. The 1890 to 2007 quarters from Philadelphia have a unique charm because of their deep connection to American history. Not only do they capture the changing face of the nation through design, but they also reflect how U.S. coinage adapted to the evolving times. The Philadelphia Mint created these quarters with such precision that they stand out from many other coins minted during the same period. The level of craftsmanship and detail that went into making these coins is what makes them so valuable today. Now, let's talk about something that can really make collectors' hearts race: condition. Like many other coins, the value of a 1890 to 2007 P quarter depends heavily on its condition. Coins that have been circulated for years, worn down, and battered by time typically aren't worth much more than their face value. But, if you happen to find a 1890 to 2007 P quarter in uncirculated or near mint condition, you could be holding on to a rare and valuable piece of history. Many of these coins have been used in everyday transactions, meaning most quarters from this era have some degree of wear. A well-preserved quarter, free from scratches, discoloration, or other forms of damage, is a rarity that can fetch a high price. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that have been well preserved and maintained over the years. After all, a coin in pristine condition is a lot rarer than one that's been passed around for decades. If you have a 1890 to 2007 P quarter that looks like it just came off the minting press, you might want to get it professionally graded. It could be worth far more than you think, and you wouldn't want to miss out on the opportunity to sell it for a substantial amount. Another factor that can contribute to the value of these quarters is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that has some unique feature or flaw that sets it apart from the rest. These errors are highly sought after by collectors because they make the coin a one-of-a-kind item. Whether it's a double strike error, an off-center print, or a design flaw, minting errors can increase the value of a coin dramatically. If you find an error coin in your collection, you could be sitting on a rare gem that could be worth far more than its face value. The 50 State Quarters program that ran between 1999 and 2008 brought even more excitement to the quarter series, and many of the coins minted during this time are now highly collectible. The 1890 to 2007 P quarters from this program represent states like Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, among others. Each quarter has its own unique design that celebrates the history and culture of each state, and these designs make the coins even more valuable. If you own any of the state quarters from this period, especially ones in excellent condition, you could be holding on to something quite rare. Now, let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for: the value of these quarters. Many people think of quarters as just a small denomination of currency that isn't worth much, but in the world of coin collecting, some coins can fetch far more than their face value. If you have a 1890 to 2007 P. States $quarter coin in excellent condition or one with a rare minting error, you could be in for a surprise. Are you ready for the big reveal? A well-preserved 1890 to 2007 P. quarter with the right characteristics could be worth as much as $30,000. Yes, you heard that right, $30,000 for a single quarter. This just goes to show how much value can be hidden in a coin that most people would consider just pocket change. If you've been holding on to one of these quarters or find one in your spare change, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. So, if you find one of these rare quarters or if you happen to have one in your collection, take a closer look and consider having it appraised. You could be holding on to a true treasure, and who knows? That simple quarter might just be the key to a major windfall. Last coin, we're diving deep into the United States of America States $quarter coin minted from 1788 to 1999 with the D mint mark. This quarter, despite being one of the more common coins you might come across, has a lot of hidden value, and today, we're going to explore just how much it could be worth. When you think of the quarter, you probably think of it as the coin you use to pay for parking or grab a quick snack from the vending machine. But here's the thing. Certain quarters, especially the ones minted during the late 18th century and into the 20th century, can be far more valuable than their face value suggests. The United States has been minting quarters for over 2 centuries, and in that time, many special editions have been produced that are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. The specific quarter we're talking about today, the United States of America States $quarter coin from 1788 to 1999 minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the D, holds a special place in history. First, let's rewind a bit and think about the significance of this time period in U.S. history. These coins span an era of great change for the country. From the early years of the Republic to the rapid industrialization in the 19th century, and then into the modern age in the 20th century, these quarters represent an important piece of American heritage. The D mint mark indicates that these particular quarters were minted in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Mint, one of the most well-known coin-producing facilities in the United States. The Denver Mint is famous for producing high-quality coins with precise details, and these quarters are no exception. Coins produced here have always been sought after by collectors, thanks to their sharp designs and excellent craftsmanship. Now, let's talk about the design and symbolism of these quarters. Between 1788 and 1999, the U.S. Mint produced a wide variety of quarter designs. Many of these coins were part of the famous 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The program featured state-specific designs, and it was a massive hit with both collectors and the general public. The designs on the state quarters honored each of the 50 states, showcasing their unique symbols, history, and culture. These state quarters quickly became collectors' items and sparked a coin-collecting frenzy. What makes these 1788 to 1999 D quarters so appealing to collectors is the connection to that era. These coins represent not just the states they honor, but also the country's evolving identity. Over the years, the U.S. Mint refined its designs, updating them to reflect changing tastes, and these quarters show that progression beautifully. But let's get to the important part: what makes these quarters valuable? One key factor is rarity. Coins from this era, especially those in pristine condition, are rare finds. Many of these quarters circulated extensively, meaning they were passed from hand to hand, and most were worn down over time. The more worn a coin is, the less it's worth. However, if you're lucky enough to find one of these quarters in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no signs of wear and tear, it could be worth a small fortune. Another factor to consider is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors can drastically increase the value of a coin. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, creating a unique flaw that makes the coin stand out from the rest. Whether it's a misaligned die, a double strike, or an off-center coin, minting errors are highly sought after by collectors because they're unique and rare. If you have a 1788 to 1999 D quarter with a minting error, it could be worth a lot more than you think. in addition to minting errors, the popularity of the 50-state quarters program has also driven up the value of these coins. People were collecting quarters from each state, and some of the designs have become iconic. Whether it's the bold imagery of Delaware's first statehood quarter or the historical references seen in the Georgia design, these coins have become treasures in the eyes of collectors. If you have a well-preserved example of one of these state quarters, particularly from an early year in the program, you could be holding on to something incredibly valuable. So, how much could one of these quarters be worth? Here's the exciting part: the value of a well-preserved 1788 to 1999 D quarter can be shockingly high. If you have one of these quarters in uncirculated condition, or one with a minting error, you could be holding a coin worth up to $100,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $100,000 for a single quarter. While it might seem hard to believe, it's true that in the world of rare coin collecting, these quarters can fetch six-figure prices depending on their condition and rarity. Of course, finding a quarter worth this much is extremely rare, but if you happen to come across one, it could be life-changing. So, what should you do if you think you found one of these rare quarters? First, take a close look at the condition of the coin. If it's in great shape and hasn't been circulated, you're off to a good start. Next, consider having the coin professionally graded to determine its true value. Coins that are graded highly, especially those with minting errors, are the ones that can command the highest prices. That's it for today's video. I hope this has opened your eyes to the hidden potential value of these 1788 to 1999 D quarters. You never know what treasures are hiding in your spare change. Thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Happy coin hunting, and who knows, maybe your next big find is just around the corner.